And now the time has finally come to end this shit, and the last character is this one. Yeah. Oh, fuck! Okay, it's this one. Yeah. Anita, who's a character from not the first Darkstalkers, but like the second iteration of it, which is got some name, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know all the different versions of Darkstalkers. I think it's like Vampire Hunter maybe is the one, but anyway, she's not actually a playable character in that one. She's like an accompanying character to this guy Donovan, who's like a monk vampire hunter looking dude. And he uses this sword that she's kind of directing around. She's pretty busted. She doesn't have very many animations. She has like a couple special moves. She has this one where this chick shows up. Honestly, not too sure who that is. And then this one where Akuma shows up and the sword turns all orange. But more broken than any of that is this thing, which just overwhelms the opponent and kills him. And I think it does more on chip, on block, more chip damage on block than it would just do on hit. She's totally broken. She's got Thanos' end screens. No ending or anything. Pretty sure this was supposed to be some kind of test character, and like through some convoluted means they left a way to play as her. But in this collection you could just pick her. She does have a double jump, which is kind of nice. The computer seems to have trouble fighting her because of her small size, I assume. But yeah, this is the last part. There's not a ton to say about this character. It's not like she has like anything too saucy outside of her fucked up super. She could also throw the sword, but you gotta stick it in the ground and then you could throw it. You can also recall it to yourself, but it seems kind of like a waste of time, so you put it in the ground. And then all her attacks are just this little point, which is kind of funny. It's still air combo, though. We can call back. Here it comes. Wow. Oh, he's got super armor. Okay, that blocks chip. I actually didn't know that. I won't block this, unless he jumps over. Nope, it doesn't matter. You can see it just kind of keeps going. Since there's not much to talk about, and this is the 13th time I've played through this fucker, I think what I'd like to do is edit in some footage of the Player 2 colors, because I'm a sucker for Player 2 colors and alternate colors. I don't know why, just seeing something, a different color, I'm like, oh, wow. Like in old games, you know, when you'd fight the same enemy from like earlier, but he's like red now, and you're like, oh shit, what's this guy's deal? But even though it's the same guy, you know. So anyways, I think I'll do that. We can talk about those a little bit. Might switch to post for that. I'm not sure yet. So if you like the stick sounds, those will go away for a minute, and I'm sorry. But if you don't like the stick sounds, then yeah, there you go. First up, we got Grey Hulk, who's an actual version of Hulk in the comics, but whatever, I don't care. I think this color looks a lot better. The cool tones are just nice. I mean, I like Green Hulk as much as the next guy, but there's something stylish about the ripped blue jeans and the gray skin. Really good alt color, in my opinion. Then for Wolverine, he's still rocking yellow, but he's got a nice gray accent color instead of the blue, which kind of reminds me of like 2000s era X-Men, where there's a lot of like black leather and shit, at least in the movie versions. I know it's gray, but it like reads as black to me because all the colors in Marvel vs. Capcom are like more saturated than they're supposed to be. And a lot like Wolverine, Spider-Man has a similar color scheme where instead of that nice blue, he's got this really cool gray color, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be black. I always call this the red and black suit, or like that's how I refer to it. Those are, you know, colors Spider-Man has worn before. I think like Alex Ross draws him that way. Obviously, Miles Morales Spider-Man has that color scheme. He's worn it before. Looks really good in this game. I honestly kind of like it more than the red and blue. It's pretty stylish. Magneto's alt is a strange one. I figured it would have been like an inversion where the red part's purple and the purple part's red or something like that, but it's yellow and black, which I don't know what this is a reference to, if anything. It seems like this would be like what Magneto would look like if he was an X-Men, but I don't know. I gotta say, I do like how it changes his magnet effects to green. That's always cool when alt color changes the effects on like hits. Pretty good, kind of weird. Juggernaut, on the other hand, does have an inversion of his colors as his second color, and it's okay. I mean, I see how they got here. When they draw him in the comics, the red and the brown colors are kind of ambiguous, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't like it. One I do really like, though, is Iron Man. So I just think that silver color looks really nice against the red. You know, the red and the yellow, that's his colors or whatever, but it's very, I don't know, garish. So the silver's a little more clean looking, in my opinion. And yeah, it's based off like the Silver Centurion armor, whatever the fuck, from Iron Man, but it's just a good color. Another real nice color. I mean, what can I say? Psylocke just looks good in black, and it changes the purples, or the pinks, I guess, of her special moves into like a yellow color, which is cool. Looks good against the black. I honestly prefer this one to the original. Cap is rocking a darker blue, which is fine. I kind of prefer the original, though, and he'd have some more adventurous colors later, like green and gray and stuff like that, but here it's just a different shade of blue. Shuma's a weird case in that his alt is green, and that'll be the color that he'll be by default in every game going forward. I read somewhere that they changed him to pink for this game because they wanted him to visually stand out against the roster. I mean, Hulk's a big green guy, so having a big green squid too, it's kind of like, I don't know. I see why they went with pink. That said, I like the pink more than the green. Blackheart gets this maroon color with blue highlights that I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a reference to Mephisto, who's like the Satan of the Marvel Universe, and is also his dad. This probably is what inspired making a palette swap of Blackheart, calling him Mephisto, in Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter later. But that's a whole other thing. I got a video on those secret characters if you want to check that out. That said, I think I like his original colors better. Doctor Doom's alt is barely different. It kind of just looks like he got dropped in the dirt. It's okay. I kind of prefer the original, although they're not that different. We have a similar case with Thanos here. It kind of just looks like he got left out in the sun a little too long. You got more of a yellow instead of an orange and more of a like lighter blue. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's okay, but then again, I don't really even like how Thanos looks in general in this game. There's like something about him that feels like half-baked for whatever reason. And yes, even Anita, for how broken she is, gets an alt color in this version, which is this dark gray, and it changes mailing to red, and that's, you know, that's alright. Anyways, back to live commentary. I gotta say, it is a bittersweet feeling coming to the end of this series. I was inspired by... There's a YouTuber named Drew Desidue that was doing a playthrough of all the Twisted Metal games where he... You know, he plays every car. If you don't know what that game is, it's a game series where you pick a car, they have guns and missiles and special weapons, and it's like an arena combat game, sort of. But he was doing a series like that, which I thought was kind of neat. Well, I fucked her up. And inspired me to do something similar. Decided to do this series, and I thought like it'd be cool to do every single Marvel vs. Capcom game, but I would have to start with X-Men Children of the Atom, which I didn't really want to do because I have like no familiarity with that game. Goodbye, Psylocke. And you know, I thought, well, what the fuck, I'll do this game. This one was one of my favorites. I mean, I love Marvel 2. Marvel 1's pretty fun. They're all pretty fun. Marvel 2's probably the one I've played the most, but there's something about this one. I remember seeing it at like pizzerias and shit. It's got such a vibe. Like, I love the cast. It's such a weird collection. I mean, it's got some people you would expect, and it has some total wild cards with like Blackheart and Shuma. But it's just, you know, like from that era especially, it's got all the characters you'd really want to play as. The presentation, super stylish. The gem system's very weird and unique. The backgrounds are great, the art direction, the music, it's all very good. I just figured, like, you know, what the hell, I'll start here. That said, I don't know if I'll be doing any of the other games anytime soon, or at all, even. You know, I don't... This channel's just kind of like, ooh, fuck. I never wanted this channel to be anything specific. I mean, it's pretty video game focused for the most part. 'Cause I like video games. But, you know, I don't know. I just kind of, like, whatever I'm inspired to do, I'd like to work on. I don't want it to feel like a job because, you know, I have a job. So I don't see any need to, you know, add that kind of, I don't know, that kind of, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to combo and talk at the same time. Whatever, just go away. Whoa. Alright, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I don't feel like doing YouTube like a job. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that, like, crank out uploads and they follow a strict thing, and it's just probably never going to be me. This is just kind of a hobby thing I like to do. That said, though, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if I did play another one, I think probably what I'd like to do next is Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Or maybe Marvel 1. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I feel like I don't know those characters so well. Like, I've always gravitated, not away from the X-Men characters, but I just don't play them as much. Like, going through this and actually, like, learning how to play Wolverine a little bit was, like, a first for me. I've never really fucked with his character. Same with, like, you know, Magneto. Not that I feel like I really learned him, but... God, that heavy kick is so good. You just put that sword out in front of you. Alright, this should cook him, right? Should get him... Yeah, the chip on that is fucked up. It's not unlike that one Surfbot super in Marvel 2. All the little Surfbot Lunch Rush or whatever. Oh no. Oh no. Later. That's gotta do it, right? Yeah, it's so fucking easy. Anyways, yeah, this is a real busted character. I feel like that was a little rambly, but, you know, another quick one. Owed mostly to that super. Let's not fuck around. But anyways, if you watched the whole series, thanks for watching. I might do more, I might not, I don't know. There's some other video ideas I want to work on, more like scripted bullshit, but this has been a fun change of pace for me. So maybe I'll do Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter next, or at some point in the future, I don't know. But regardless, thanks for watching. I love you. Okay, bye-bye.